Hello, dear traders. This is Alex Gerchik, and today is our day when we give recommendations. And hopefully, when you're going to take a look at the levels, you're going to understand what it's all about. Basically, as usual, we are starting with our favorite pairs. We have, as you know, all the time when we perform the recommendations, we have a list, and we're going to go exactly by the list. So I'm going to put the charts, and we're going to go. We're going to start with the favorite of all traders is the euro. Our last levels, it was by anything above 115. If you take a look, and then a second, once basically euro dollar broke and stay above 115, we almost got 120 points without the pullbacks. Right now, euro is in a very big level between 113 and 115. That's what it is. So basically, we are right now in a tight range between 115 and 113. Our tight range for the euro. Next one is the British pound, and the British pound. For British pound was the level of 146.80. If it's above 146.80, it looks good and it's a strong buy. If you take a look, once it basically broke 146, it went all the way to up to 148. Right now, British pound is in a location between 1.44 to 1.48. If today we're going to be strong and we're going to close to about 144, then British pound have ability to go much higher to the 148 level. If not, and if you're going to break 144 to the downside, then we're going to go much lower to the 140 level. Another one, it was the Australian dollar range between 0.75 to 0.77. Buy anything above 0.77 and sell anything below 0.75. Let's go with the Australian dollars. 6.8. As you see, we're trying just to give you levels, and you have to work them very well. You see 0.75 on a second. It closed 0.75, had a very tight stop, and it went down to almost 250 points. It was a fantastic run with a very, very little stop. You see stop was a little less than 10 points, and it performed the rally for almost 250 points, which it did very well, works with the level. Another one is a New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar, if it stays above 0.70, it's a long side. If it stays below, it's a short side. Let's go with the New Zealand dollar. It had once basically moved 0.7. You see, it had the short false breakout, but it didn't go. You see, it went down. Now it stands between 0.767 and 0.69. As you see right now, we're in a very tight range. We don't have a pure direction right now. We just have a range. So we're staying right now between 0.69 and 0.67. That is our range for the New Zealand dollar. No directions yet. Canadian dollar, if it's above 80, it looks like long. If it's below 80, it looks like short. Just to give you a little bit of remark about the Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar is had a very big run, and right now it was a big chance for the Canadian dollar to pull back because it went up very fast without the pullbacks. Statement is, as you can see, it broke very little to the upside, but it went all the way down. So basically, you know, this big run stopped. What the Canadian dollar looks right now, if it stays above 0.77, it can have a very big run again to 0.80. But if the Canadian dollar will go to a downside below 0.77, you can see a big move to the downside towards the 0.76, that 0.75. Favorite is the Japanese yen. Japanese yen says the level is a 0.93. If it's above 0.93, it's a long side. If it's below 0.393, it's a short side. Let's go with the Japanese yen. Japanese yen, as you see, did very well. On the May 2nd, you see it closed above 0.93. It did the run almost 200 points, 200 points to the upside. Right now, what's going on with the Japanese yen? As you can see, the Japanese yen becoming the tight range. The range is right here, 9146, 9246. It's going to get out. If it's going to come to the more to the upper level, then it's going to be breakout to the upside. And if it's going to go below 9146, we can see a very big move to the short side below. Then favorite for everybody is gold. 1287, if it's a hold above 1287, you see, it could have been a low side. We basically went to 1302. It was a very big seller by 1302. What do we have right now? As you can see, we have a very tight range right here, 1280 to 1260. We're going to be in a very tight range. And here, probably a buyer or a seller is going to accumulate the positions. If we're going to stay today, manage to stay above 1280, we can go to the upside. But if we're going to stay below 1260, then we're going to go to the short side. So the levels are 1280, 1260. And the last one is oil. Oil did work very well. For the oil price, we said if it stays above $44, basically, it's going to go much higher. If it stays below 44, it's going to pull back. Right now, as you can see, the level for the oil, first one was 48. Right now, the oil is about at $48 level. We are going to see how the oil is going to perform. If the oil is going to manage to stay above 0.48, then we have a very big chance for the oil to the upside to the $50 level. If the oil is going to fall at the $48, then we're probably going to go to 46 and 44. My dear friends, what I want to tell you, that's as you can see, we try. We're not trying to give any recommendations. We're trying to give you levels, for you to understand. Please use of our levels. This is Alexander Gerchik. And if you want to ask me any questions, please write me at the Gerchik Co. and my name, Alexander Gerchik. And I'll be answering all of your questions. I can see your charts. I'll give you an example, because most of the time when you watch the video, you ask yourself a question. I mean, what's there to learn? And just to let you know, I've been in trading from 1998, and I make money since 1998. So there's a lot of reasons to listen for my levels and what I know about the stock market and the Forex market and basically all the charts. So when you have a chance, please write me, and I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions. And this has been Alexander Gerchik. Follow us, take a look. Our levels do work. And all the best to you. Thank you very much.